to be wild.
End of the year is upon us, and let me tell you guys my top 8 games of the year, starting with number 8.
Ay, ay, ay.
Number 8 might come as a shocker to being in any sort of list, but quite frankly, Gina Sisters Twisted Dreams is a fantastic revision of the series. Well, of course, this is also based off the DS game that came out much recently, and no one really paid attention to it, but however, this is a great, tight, controlled game. Music, the controls, the originality of being able to switch between this good and punkish kind of character adds a lot of depth as well as a lot of challenge to the title as well with the platforming elements. So number 8, my friends, is the Gina Sisters Twisted Dreams. At number 7, The Legend of Grimrock. While it's some of those games you remember from yesteryear, it brings a modern twist to it, offering great gameplay, and while not perfect, offers a dedicated amount of nostalgia. This game, of course, offers a killer amount of objectives to do, plenty of puzzles, as well as hidden little traps, and as well as puzzles to solve. So again, at number 7, Legend of Grimrock is one of those great games to own on PC. Also on sale.
So help me, Duke.
Janae Mora is something that you would consider a Star Fox meets a Bullet Hell style game in a 2.5D ratio. It was originally released on the Xbox Arcade, then of course ported over to the PC as well as PSN. This game took several years to be developed and however got pushed out to be quite a gem in the market today. It's one of those sort of games that you can look at and just go, beautiful as hell. It plays great, tight controls, great storyline, believe it or not, as well as holds up to be one of those pretty games that you just gotta look at. I would assume that this was something from the arcades back in the 2000s, however, it is not. It just looks like something that is, well, from our childhood. So again, number 6 is Shinemura.
Who wants some?
Number 5. The Secret World. Now this game was commercially not the greatest successful game in the MMO industry. It however has a lot of things going for it which are a little bit of a shame to not be of course utilized. That of course is being a decent combat system, a great bracket of storytelling, as well as visuals that'll make your jaw drop. With somewhat of a decent cash up where it does not oversaturate the market of the game and make it overpowering, it offers a fair range of customizability when it comes to your character, as you can literally level up your character and have 100% of everything and switch and toggle everything you'd want for your character to be. So for example, you want a shotgun and a pair of knuckles, you can do that. The weapons, as of course, make the effect of the game work. There's no armor besides the head, chest, and legs that of course you equipped, that of course allow your character to be, well, what it is when it comes to stats. Past that, the weapons allow you to use certain skills, and there's passives within those weapons brackets. So again, it's a really open-minded game when it comes to this. It's more of an adult game as it is mature rated, but again, it is a fantastic title not to overlook. So if you're into MMOs, like great storytelling, have $30 in your pocket, definitely snag this game. It'll be worth every penny, and on top of that, it's a buy to play, so once you pay for it once, you don't have to pay no subscription. So hey, it's definitely worth the purchase.
Oh.
At number 4, Torchlight 2 hits the 4th bracket with a barrel roll of justice. Torchlight 2 at the end of the day was to me a lot better than Diablo 3. Now Diablo 3 again is a pretty darn good game. I enjoyed playing through it several times. I enjoyed the experience with friends playing through the game several times in the multiplayer aspect. The storyline, while not as strong as I felt as Part 2 was, though some people argued that Part 2 had a pretty linear storyline, again, did not quite hold up a strong candle to me. While I am not a huge graphics junkie as most people would be when it comes to Diablo 3 versus Torchlight 2, Torchlight 2 had a charming look to it. While it was much more cartoony, it still offered a lot of gameplay that I felt was missing in Diablo 3. The loot is something I cannot express enough within Torchlight 2. It had a great customization when it comes to leveling up your characters, as well as the overpowered feel to your character just held the candle quite high. So again, to me, Torchlight 2 deserves its 4th bracket within my list.
Bitchin'. I think I'll climb aboard.
Number 2, Guild Wars 2 comes to no short surprise as being one of those top games I enjoyed for this year. Having a pretty darn interesting storyline, great gameplay, while the multi-PvP in World vs. World was not up to task overly for me, I personally still enjoyed the game overall. Had pretty interesting instances as well as plenty of raids to do. The game, of course, focuses heavily on this buy to play without a subscription motto, and it pretty much holds up to being a AAA title like the rest of them. While most people probably still prefer the nostalgia elements of World of Warcraft, I personally think that Guild Wars 1 and 2 are a hell of a lot better than World of Warcraft. That, of course, again, is my opinion. So, again, let's reach number 1.
Let's rock.
Number 1 comes to a shocker to myself, and that is Dishonored. Now, this game I've played on the PC, and I gotta say, it has a great chemistry within itself. Great stealth action, fantastic combat, storytelling that just parallel to none. I would say this would be the Bioshock of yesteryear, or even System Shock of yesteryear, of today. While Bioshock is not too old, nor is System Shock to some people is not too old, this game itself has its standard in its own right. While there's really no bugs at all in this game either as I played it, which was pretty surprising. I've really find anything wrong with it, besides being somewhat short. The replayability in it does make the journey a little bit longer and does add some extra time to it. So, clocking roughly about, I'd say about 18 hours playing this, I would say that me taking my time, enjoying the sights and the story and the dialogue, and as well as the hidden little Easter eggs here and there. Gosh, I'm sorry again if I have to show you just the introduction of this game through this clip I had stored on my hard drive, but again, I really don't want to ruin this for you. I want to give you the opportunity to discover all the extra clips and bits and pieces of this game yourself. I want you guys to be able to play this game surprised, just how I was. Again, at number 1, Dishonored is one of my games of the year for 2012.
Oh, we're gonna have a wonderful day!
Simply put, I never played Halo 4 or Far Cry 3 or any of these titles that are considered high-tier caliber games. Are they good or bad? I can say they're probably good for all I know. But past that, I can never played them. So again, my opinion is just that, an opinion. So these games I've played on this list are games I've played that I'm aware of and 100% certain are games that came out this year. Enjoying them to high expectations, as well as recommending those to anyone who wishes to pick up these games probably during a Steam sale or something else like that next year, or pick them up shortly after, who knows. But again, these are just recommendations, my opinion, nothing more, nothing less, and therefore left as so. So again, I am humbly sorry if you guys think that I'm going to pick, I don't know, for example, Halo 4 or Black Ops 2 to be on this list. Simply put, I never played them, so don't take it so hard.